We're still staying on that very burning issue in Nigeria, the issue of the redesigned Naira, the old notes, legality or not. We have joining us now an individual who has had a taste from banking to government to the private sector, former Commissioner of Commerce in Ogun State. Before then, he was a banker. Now he's the chairman of Odua Investment Company Limited. Mr. Bimbo Ashiru joins us virtually from Ikoyi here in Lagos. Mr. Ashiru, thank you so much for your time. I'm really looking forward to this conversation because you've been in the banking industry, you've been in the banking sector, you've been in government, now you're back to the private sector. Why do you think we have all of this? I mean, the central bank is saying one thing, the Supreme Court is saying one thing, the president has given another order which is supposed to give a reprieve, but the private sector is not happy with this. I mean, tell us since you've been in all areas, tell us what's really going on. What do you think is going on?
Thank you very much, Ini, for having me. I think there is more to this, but people just try to play around it. And I will tell you this, there's nothing wrong in cashless policy, but the implementation and the timing is totally wrong. But I mean, in fairness, the president himself has said it, that they want to reduce inflation, lower inflation, they want to curb corruption, and they want to stop vote buying. Let me be honest with you, Nigeria is not ripe for cashless economy. We are not right for it. If you're honest, but you see, if you want to implement it, the implementation should be gradually done. I mean, in America, they change their currency. In Britain, they change their currency, and they have a gradual way of bringing it back into the system. But the way it's been done is as if they are targeting something, which is wrong, totally wrong. And let me tell you this, when you talk about vote buying, election is around the corner next week, Saturday. When you talk about vote buying, let's drop vote buying. Let's drop Supreme Court's issue. Let's drop their policies. If you want to do any election, you need money. Even in America, you need money. And let me tell you this, the agents that are going to go all over the country, thousands of them, you need the money, they need money for logistics. So how do they get there? And if you're avoiding vote buying and you want to have credit election, if you deprive people of this cash thing, they have no problems. Then that means we won't get the right person to be voted for, because if the agents don't have money, they can't go to the polling booth to ensure that their candidate is not cheated. So we have to be careful about this. I mean, I sympathize with Nigerians, and I see the way Mr. President made his presentation yesterday, sympathizing with Nigeria. I'm not going to blame him. I will blame the handlers, the economists that are around Mr. President telling him what to be done. For example, I saw the CBN governor talking yesterday and saying, well, I sympathize with Nigeria. If you sympathize with Nigeria, you must have a process to get this done. There should be a process in place. When you want to reduce, change into cashless economy, you want to have Naira design, you must educate people. Go to the rural areas. The people that are suffering are the rural dwellers. And they are the major, we have a population of over 200 million people in this country. They are the people that are going to suffer for it. The rich, as I'm talking to you, I have less than 5,000 Naira with me. Yes, fine. I can use anywhere I'm going to do my purchases, I can use my ATM card. How many people in the rural areas have ATM card? Do they have the facility to sustain it? No, light, nothing. Even within us, in the urban areas, you want to transfer money within banks, it's not done. It's a problem. And you're now telling us that you want to do, no, cashless will be gradually drawn. It will be, yes, I accept that you're the cashless economy, but now you're talking about this cash. When you go to parties, you see people carrying bundles of this cash at parties. Is that our priority in this country? No. The rural areas are suffering. I saw what happened in all the states. I saw people rioting, which I am totally against it. You don't need to demonstrate. You can demonstrate peacefully, but I don't support the idea of burning things. We are going to suffer for it again, the masses. But the point is that we must sit down and analyze this very well. I don't know the kind of economy they are talking about, lower inflation. How do you lower inflation? Yes, growing up, I used to say that we have the highest nomination is 100 Naira, 50 Naira, 100 Naira, 200 Naira, we go to 500, now 1,000. You see, it's the rate of inflation. And let's be honest with ourselves, our Naira became worthless. It's not valuable. And we are now adding things to it. To me, it is targeted as the coming election. Yes, fine, vote buying. But if you are talking about vote buying, you must think about even the implementation of these things. Because the agents, even the youth corpers that the INEC will be employed to do these things for logistics, they need money, they need cash. How many people are you going to give an Okada man in the village POS, your ATM to pay? The guy will slap you and throw you off. So if you want to achieve a credible election and want things to be done properly, then we must put all the indices, all the ingredients that are needed. There is need for cash. I've contested an election before. Nothing about vote buying. You need to pay your agents in all areas, in all the communities. You need to pay them. And they are not going to collect. If you transfer money to their account, it doesn't get there. How will they use the money? How do they spend it? So these are the things we need to look at. That if you want to say a election, then this is the wrong approach to it. We can't do vote buying. They don't do it. They don't give money in public. They can give dollars. They can give dollars. Let's be honest ourselves. And we are talking about having 500 million naira in the banking system, 2.7 billion naira trillion outside the banking system. Do you know how much dollars we have, even in Nigeria, all over the world, outside American economy? Cash, I'm sure if you have, you can see up to $10 billion cash in this country today. They built warehouses towards the election. So let's get it right. They can give people dollars if you want to do vote buying. I saw a video circulating around where somebody was dishing out dollars. So let's clear that. That is not the issue. The issue is that how do you must engage people. You must get to the rural areas, get the local government involved, get the state government. And that's why the state governors are shouting, yes, because they are the one getting this. I mean, look, has anybody gone to the villa or to the CBN in Abuja to demonstrate? No, but they are going to the state governors. So they are the governors. The state governors are battling with it. Some of them are going to be elected. They are battling with campaign. Some of them have to suspend campaigning because they can't campaign when things, or else they are going to kill people. So we need to be very, very sensitive about our laws, our implementation of our laws, in terms of our policies. We must engage people. That is what is done in developed countries. And for example, when pounds were being changed, I remember I had some pounds with me. I took them to London and I changed them just at one of the Bureau de Change centers. And the guy told me that next week, if you are going to change this money, then it took them almost a year to change it. Now they've introduced new currency. Prince Charles and late mother, may God bless her soul, the Queen. But they are spending the money simultaneously, they are spending them together. So you spend them and you gradually withdraw them from circulation, withdraw them. 200,000, 200 naira. What will it do to the rural dwellers? The banks are, and the bank officials, some of them are corrupt. They get this money, they go and sell it, and they sell it, get some money as premium. So people are, you see, when you introduce policies like that, people get compromised. People become rich because they are corrupt themselves. So if you want to identify or fight corruption, there are better ways to fight it. If you want to stop vote buying, like the president said, people should go out and vote according to their conscience. So let me be honest with you, Nigeria has gotten to a level that they know who they are going to vote for, whether they buy the vote or they don't buy it. They know who to vote for. Nigerians, they are aware of the situation in the country.
All right, Mr. Ashiru.
So we should stop deceiving ourselves.
Yeah, Mr. Ashiru, the fear now is, and I'm happy you said Nigerians have gotten to the level of voting their conscience, and vote buying should not influence anybody's decision. But the fear now is, with the protests, and as you've noted, the lack of scarcity of Naira, how do you see the election? The election is just next weekend. It's like a week from now. I want
to bring you back memory lane, and I will tell you this. Exactly 30 years ago, when there was an election, we had may God bless Alhaji Chief M.K. Abiola and Bashir Tofa. They were contesting. June 12th. There were so many things that were done for that election, because normally you're supposed to prepare the polling booth, do everything. Many things were done to make sure that election failed. But the God we serve in this country ensured that election took place, Nigerians voted, and now Chief Abiola emerged the winner. But what happened? Into the strategies, all the necessary strategies to create something. And they said, well, with all these things, the election is annulled because they didn't want them to be there. Are you getting me? They voted en masse. June 7th, June 12th. Nigerians came out and voted. And this time around, let me be honest with you, Nigerians will come out and vote. They are ready to vote. They want to vote the person they wanted. So the point is this. Exactly, 30 years is now repeating itself. So whatever the case may be, INEC will prepare. You see burning in so many states. If there are so many unrest everywhere, because this will create unrest everywhere, so it will affect the election if we don't take time. So that means The election will be postponed if you don't take time. So how do we avert this? And even between now and the weekend, there's no way they can put money to circulation that will satisfy everybody. No, it's not possible. So when we make laws, when we make policies, we should look at the implication. What will happen after that? We must think through it. Some people must be able to think through. I mean, even ordinary, when you go to parties in developed countries, they will give you rules. This is the first exit, second exit, in case there is fire. Even in the plane, they tell you things that should be done when there is emergency. Nigerians, I mean, I saw the CBN talking yesterday. No empathy. No, it's not. This is not showing off of saying you want to deal with some people. No, it is wrong. You are doing this to the detriment of Nigerians. And whether they like it or not, we want to vote next Saturday, and we are going to vote. We will vote for the candidate we want. But the problem is that they do all sorts of things to frustrate people. But nobody is ready to be frustrated. Nigerians are now wiser. They want to vote for the candidate they want. So whichever way people like, if they like, they shouldn't. They will trek. They will trek to that place to go and vote. So whether you are saying nobody is even interested in vote buying anymore, because buying votes, collecting money, it has impoverished many Nigerians. So every 4 years, some people will come this year, give you money, and they go back to their house, come back again another 4 years, give you money. Meanwhile, you are suffering for the next 3 years. No, it won't happen again in Nigeria. They have been sensitized. If you are going to do a policy that will affect everybody, get them involved. There's so many towns, villages that they don't have banks. So what I'm saying in essence is this, that the government should be sensitive towards some policy. And I will blame the economic advisors, the people that are around, that are advising, that these are the implications, because it will affect everybody.
All right.
Yeah, the danger is there. Yes.
All right, Mr. Bimbo Ashiru, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts and perspective with us on this issue of the Naira and how especially is going to may affect the election, which is just about a week away. Thank you so much. And do stay safe as things are at this time.
And God bless you.